In a building in the heart of New York City, Reed Richards is taking his family on a tour of the apartments.
Reed, what are we doing here?
Well, I finally got one of my patents to sell, and with it, a little extra money. So I used that money and decided to buy this building.
What?
Sue Storm walks over to Reed and pulls him away, talking to him on her own.
Reed, you can't just make decisions like this on your own. We need to talk about these kinds of things.
Worry not. We can all stay in the penthouse suite and rent out the other lofts. It will give us more space and a steady flow of income. Ben, you have been quiet. Any thoughts?
It actually ain't that bad of an idea, Stretch. And I know where I'm at now, too.
Hey, free stay in a penthouse? I'm in.
Then, welcome to our new home.
Outside of the planet Earth, a scout ship manned by a small group of soldiers from the alien race called the Skrull is preparing to invade the planet.
Lyja, how far until we are in range of Terra?
We still have roughly one full rotation of the planet, General Kl'rt.
Good. And what have we learned of this planet's culture and life forms, Dro'ge?
Well, sir, we already know of the planet's most powerful warriors, the Fantastic Four. These four individuals stand out. The power that they wield is not common among the Terrans. Also, their technology is centuries behind our own, almost primitive. I would be surprised if they even saw us coming.
While they may appear weak, we must not underestimate them. Study what you can. Be prepared to exploit any and all visible weaknesses.
Yes, sir.
Meanwhile, back in New York City, the Fantastic Four are in a destructive duel with a superpowered civilian named Owen Reese. Owen is in possession of technologically advanced gloves that give him the ability to release a powerful energy blast, as well as change objects from one thing to another. Owen runs away from the four. As he passes, walls, fire hydrants, and everything around him start to change. The walls turn to water. Fire hydrants turn to stone.
Come on, kid. We ain't trying to hurt you.
Owen puts up his hands in fear, accidentally releasing a blast of energy in the direction of Ben.
He sure got you good there, didn't he, Ben?
Johnny Storm flies past Ben, taunting him while chasing Owen Reese.
Shut up, Flamehead.
Johnny, drop back. We need to regroup.
Don't worry, Reed. I got this.
Johnny Storm charges up a fireball and sends it in front of Owen Reese. The impact sends Reese flying backwards, landing in front of the other three members. Johnny then lands back next to the rest of the team.
And that's how it's done. Feel free to take any notes.
Nice going, Flame for Brains. You damaged the gloves in the process.
But, we didn't need them, right?
I was hoping to analyze the technology. It is unlike anything I have ever seen before, and its abilities are...
Well. Look who it is.
A woman, being followed by multiple men in suits, walks up behind the group.
The Fantastic Four. I wish I could say it was great to see you again, but we all know it'd be a lie.
The four turn to see...
Maria Hill.
Sue Storm. You all know the drill. You took down the suspect, now it's our turn. Clear out the crime scene. Let us work.
The men behind Maria Hill spread out and start putting up black tape around the perimeter, collecting evidence and detaining Owen Reese.
How come you're always taking our bad guys? Where are you taking them?
That's classified.
Right.
One of the men walks over to Agent Hill, whispering something in her ear.
Interesting. When you four were fighting Reese, was he wearing any equipment that gave him special abilities?
Actually, He had...
We're not sure. We didn't get a chance to take a look. Why? Is there something we should know?
Maria Hill and Sue Storm just stand for a second, staring at each other.
Let's get out of here.
Once Maria Hill and her team are gone, the group turns to each other.
Why did you not tell her about the gloves?
She was clearly hiding something from us. This way, we can examine them and find out where they're from.
That's great, but where are they?
Sue holds out her hands and concentrates. Suddenly, the damaged gloves appear in her hands.
Nice.
Later, the four are back at the Baxter building, their new home. Reed Richards is studying the gloves taken from Owen Reese.
Fascinating.
Ben and Sue walk over to where Reed is sitting.
What is it, Reed?
It seems like the gloves emit waves of energy that can manipulate the makeup of objects. The energy can alter things on a molecular level, completely changing their structure.
Real interesting. You know who made them?
I am not sure. It is extremely advanced technology. Whoever made it must be a genius.
What's that?
Sue points to the glove that Reed is not holding.
Huh.
Reed puts down the glove he is holding and picks up the other. On it, there's a logo that reads the letters A-I-M.
AIM?
What's an AIM?
Guys?
Johnny runs into the room in a panic.
You should come see this.
The four all run into the living room, where the television is showing a live feed from Central Park. Johnny turns up the volume on the TV.
Seems to be a spaceship landing here in Central Park. Viewers are encouraged to stay in their homes.
That's not too far from here.
Johnny stands up and runs to the balcony.
Johnny, wait!
He jumps off the side.
Flame on!
Johnny Storm flies off, heading to Central Park.
That kid's gonna get himself hurt.
We have to go before that happens.
In Central Park, the starship opens up. From the ship, 4 soldiers, each with green skin, pointed ears, and wrinkled chins, walk out. All 4 soldiers are wearing the same purple and black uniforms, each one only differing in the rank emblem on their shoulders. The group varies in size, with the one in front being around 6 feet tall and with a muscular build. On his left is a smaller, weaker-looking Skrull. Behind him is the largest of them all, at around 7 feet tall, and with a build greater than Ben Grimm. The smaller Skrull, Dro'ge, taps a device on his forearm.
Universal translators are active.
Terrans, I am General Kl'rt of the Skrull Empire. Surrender your planet as an outpost of the Skrull Empire, and we will not have to harm you. Now, who among you wish to represent your planet and surrender?
Johnny lands in the park.
I don't know about the rest of the planet, but I know that here in New York, we don't surrender to anyone. So this is me giving you the chance to surrender, before things get heated.
Paibok.
The largest of the 4 Skrulls, Paibok, charges at Johnny, holding a giant shield and warhammer. Johnny raises his arm and sends out a blast of heat, hitting Paibok and knocking him to the ground.
That's the best you've got?
Paibok gets back up, charging again at Johnny. This time, when Johnny launches a fireball, Paibok raises his shield, blocking the blast and continuing running until he hits Johnny. Johnny is sent flying back by the hit. Paibok walks up to the injured Johnny and prepares to deliver a final blow, raising his hammer. Paibok brings the hammer down, hitting an invisible force field created by Sue Storm.
Hey, ugly.
Paibok turns to see Ben Grimm standing next to him, arms crossed.
Pick on someone your own size.
Ben then punches Paibok, sending him back, in front of the ship and the other 3 Skrulls.
Not that he don't deserve it.
Ben helps Johnny to his feet, and all 4 of the team run to confront the Skrulls. Paibok scrambles to his feet.
So, you are the Terran defenders known as the Fantastic Four. We have been looking forward to this moment. Are you prepared to die in defense of your planet?
Sir, the energy readings off their bodies are far greater than they should be for a Terran.
There is no need for us to fight. We can talk this out. You seem to have heard of us. I am Dr. Reed Richards, leader of the Fantastic Four.
After me, of course.
Not now, Johnny.
If you tell us what you want...
What we want is your planet, fleshbag.
Peace solves nothing. War has been the Skrull way for centuries, and it has never failed us yet. Kl'rt raises his hand, silencing Paibok and Talos.
We will give you one chance to surrender your planet without the need for bloodshed.
Johnny sends a fireball in the direction of the Skrull warriors. Paibok raises his shield, stopping it from hitting Kl'rt.
So be it.
The Skrulls charge at the four. Johnny flies forward towards Kl'rt. Ben charges at Paibok. Kl'rt grabs Johnny from out of the air and slams him to the ground. Ben punches Paibok in the face. Paibok returns the hit, harder. Talos runs at Sue. She lifts herself into the air on an invisible platform. She uses her power to trap Talos in an invisible bubble. He punches the bubble, trying to get out. Reed wraps his body around Dro'ge. The Skrull activates a device, sending out an electric charge, stunning Reed. Sue turns and sees Reed. She loses focus on the force field holding Talos.
Reed!
The field drops and Talos jumps at Sue, hitting her to the ground. Kl'rt stands over Johnny and pulls a blaster from the holster on his side. He aims it at his head.
I would say you fought well for your planet, but...
Commander, the Emperor is requesting an audience with you and the rest of the team.
We will be right there, Lyja. Just let us finish.
Now, Kl'rt, I don't recommend keeping the Emperor waiting.
Kl'rt lowers his blaster and puts it back in its holster. He steps back, off of Johnny. The Skrulls all regroup. The Fantastic Four scramble together, recovering.
You are fortunate, Terrans. Know that this is a minuscule victory for you, and it won't last long. We will return, I promise you this.
As the Skrulls walk back into their ship, Paibok turns and growls at the four. Johnny raises his arms and conjures a ball of fire in response. Reed puts his arms up in front of Johnny, stopping him. The ship flies off, exiting the atmosphere.
We're really just gonna let them go?
Yes, Johnny. It will give us a chance to regroup and come up with a plan of action.
I still think we could have taken them.
Right, says the guy who was just sent flying across the park.
I don't need this. I'm done. I was better off on my own.
Johnny flies away. The rest of the team watches him leave. The next day, Reed Richards is still hard at work, fixing the gloves used by Owen Reese. Ben and Sue walk into the room, disturbing the silence.
Seriously, Susie, you gotta talk to him. He's reckless, arrogant, childish, and extremely annoying. He's gonna get himself, if not all of us, in serious trouble one of these days.
You know how he can be. Sure, he's not always the most serious, but when it matters, he comes through.
Whatever. Let's just get this thing over with. How are we gonna beat these guys?
Well, I actually might have come up with a way to beat them. I was reviewing news footage captured of the fight, and they have a certain...
Wait a sec. Where's the kid?
Sue, Ben, and Reed walk out into the hallway and see Johnny standing at the other end of the building, next to an elevator with bags and a suitcase.
Johnny, what are you doing? We're supposed to be figuring out a way to protect the planet from an alien invasion. Where are you going?
I'm leaving. I packed my bags, and I'm going to stay with an old college roommate.
I told you, Susie. The kid's not mature enough for this.
Hey, who was the first one of us to start doing this saving the world thing? Huh?
I'm not too sure that fighting goons like the Wizard and the Trapster counts as saving the world, kid.
Oh yeah, well, at least I was trying to do something good for other people.
Johnny, don't.
You were in hiding because you couldn't handle being ugly. But newsflash, this is actually an improvement.
You know what?
Ben hits Johnny, sending him into the wall.
We don't have time for this. The Skrulls will return soon, and when they do, we won't be ready.
Johnny stands back up, a little dazed.
I told you guys, I'm done. That's not changing.
Johnny walks into the elevator.
What now?
I am not sure. But for my plan to work, we need everyone.
Back on the Skrull ship, the Skrull strike team is getting ready for their final assault. They're currently on a call in the bridge of the ship. In the center of the room is a large holographic image of the Skrull Emperor.
Yes, my lord. We are almost finished with this planet. We will be back to Skrillos soon. We will send a message when we have completed our mission. Strike Team Delta out.
Kl'rt presses a button on the console, ending the call. The hologram disappears. Kl'rt turns to the rest of the team.
Prepare to return to the ground. Let's finish this.
Meanwhile, Johnny Storm is at a party, wearing his uniform, currently entertaining a group of girls.
So yeah, it wasn't that difficult. I was just like, Earth is my home, and you ET wannabes aren't going to invade this planet today. Then, I just did my hand like this.
Johnny lifts up his arm and lights it on fire.
And they all went running.
Johnny looks up at the TV on the wall. The footage shows Reed, Sue, and Ben in the park. The scroll ship touches down in front of them.
So, you have come to attempt to make one final stand to save your sorry planet. Bold. I respect that.
Sir, the Fire One is not present. It appears some Terrans are capable of making smart decisions after all. It is unfortunate that such powers were wasted on your kind.
Yes. Where's your fourth?
Doesn't matter. You want us, you got us.
Of course.
Kl'rt smirks.
It's time we finish this.
The Skrulls once again begin their assault. With Kl'rt staying behind, Paibok charges at Ben. Talos begins to battle Sue, and Dro'ge fights Reed. Paibok and Ben begin a duel of strengths, each delivering increasingly devastating blows. Slowly, Paibok begins to overpower Ben, lifting him slightly off the ground and slamming him back down.
Weak Terran.
Reed tries once again to stretch his body to outmaneuver Dro'ge, but is unsuccessful. Dro'ge throws a device that attaches to Reed's suit, sending a shock through his body, temporarily reverting him to his normal form. While he is confused, Dro'ge shoots his blaster, hitting Reed.
I thought you were supposed to be smart, Terran. You've disappointed me.
Sue holds Talos in an invisible bubble, trapping him.
Pathetic!
Talos taps the device on his arm, releasing a short burst of sonic energy. The sound causes Sue to temporarily lose focus, dropping the field. Talos takes the opening, attacking Sue. The three heroes are overwhelmed. Talos prepares to deliver a final blow to Sue when he is hit by a blast of fire.
Johnny!
Johnny Storm lands in the park next to Sue and helps her to her feet.
So we're not going to talk about how awesome of an entrance that was?
Johnny turns and blasts Paibok, knocking him off balance long enough for Ben to hit him back. Johnny offers Ben a hand, smirking. Ben takes it, and Johnny helps him up.
So...
Shut up.
Sue pushes an invisible force field wall at Dro'ge, getting him away from Reed. She picks Reed up and takes Droge's device off of him. The team quickly regroups while the Skrulls recuperate.
So how are we doing this, Reed?
They were prepared for us last time. We need to switch it up on them. Sue, you take the big one. Ben, you take the leader. Johnny, you have the smaller guy.
Sounds like a plan.
The team runs toward the aliens. Johnny flies over Dro'ge. Dro'ge blasts at him with the gun. Johnny dodges the blast, returning them with his own fireballs. Ben collides with Kl'rt. Ben punches him in the chest, sending him back. Reed wraps around Talos. He struggles to break free, but is unable to. Sue pushes Paibok back with an invisible energy force. Dro'ge hits the ground after being hit by a fireball. Ben grabs Kl'rt.
Hey Johnny, heads up!
Ben throws Kl'rt into the air. Johnny blasts him with fire, sending him back down to the earth. Reed stretches over Talos' face. Talos tries to free himself. He manages to get Reed off of him. Once he can see, Ben is standing in front of him, swinging his fist in his face. Talos is sent flying over to where his team is lying. Sue creates a field around the Skrulls, holding them in place.
We are the Fantastic Four, and the Earth is under our protection.
I suggest you leave before things get uglier.
Sue drops the force field. The four Skrulls walk into their ship. Kl'rt turns around to face the four.
This is not over. Trust me, we will be back, and we will claim this planet in the name of the Skrull Empire.
Kl'rt turns back around and walks onto the ship. The ramp raises behind him. The next day, the four are in the penthouse of the Baxter building, relaxing after their battle for the planet.
We have to be ready. They said they would be back.
And when they come back, we'll stop them again.
Johnny's right. The Skrulls are a problem for another day.
Yeah, they'll get a good clobbering. Fantastic Four the audio drama, Season 1, Episode 2, Shifting Dynamics, featuring Ruben Marquez as Narrator, Noah Wilkinson as Johnny Storm, William Wilkinson III as Reed Richards, Veronica Wilkinson as Sue Storm, William Wilkinson IV as Ben Grimm, William Wilkinson IV as Kl'rt, Maggie Dykes as Lyja, Marcus Merriman as Dro'ge, Taylor Williams as Paibok, Ruben Marquez as Talos, Nabeelah-Florence Akhtar as Maria Hill, Patty Pittman as Reporter, Delano Johnson as Attuma, Goksun Seyhan as Namora, Alexander McKee as Namor, and Caleb Aguillard as Soldier. Written and edited by William Wilkinson IV. Fantastic Four, World's Greatest Heroes theme composed by Noam Kaniel. First cover by Jo-Caleb Damoah. Second cover by Nash J. Music sourced from Pixabay. Sound effects sourced from freesound.org. Based on Marvel Comics Fantastic Four Volume 1. Fantastic Four is a copyright owned by Marvel Entertainment. This is a fan production with no copyright infringement intended. Stay up to date by following us on Instagram at Quartic Sound. If interested in auditioning for the show, email us at sound.quartic@gmail.com. Thank you for listening.
In the deepest part of the Earth, beneath the Atlantic Ocean, stands a palace at the bottom of the ocean. Inside sits the king, Namor. He is wearing royal robes and golden jewelry. He is a muscular man with small wings on his ankles. Namor is with two of the members on his advisory council. His cousin, Namora, a woman wearing similar robes to the king, and a military general, Attuma, wearing heavy armor.
Sire, my men on the surface have sent news. Orca tells me that there are new champions among the humans. Humans with special abilities. We have to prepare. For all we know, they could be planning on attacking us.
Please, Attuma. You're always seeing the worst possibility in humanity.
Humans are the worst. They always have been.
The humans are not all bad. There are the rare few. And because of them, I choose to believe the best of them.
Attuma turns and walks out of the throne room. He stands outside of the room with one of his soldiers.
What will we do? If the king won't attack them, then...
The king will see. Eventually.